Well, talk about peak, bro. Over the last few weeks, I've been playing Stellar Blade like crazy. Love that game. I talked about this in a review not that long ago, talking about how I thought the combat was great. I'm literally going through collecting everything, including all of those freaking cans, because it is just so much fun to do it. It just is. I love collecting those freaking cans. I have an obsession, I guess. So, use code QUESO for 10% off. Yes, I'm using someone else's promo code. But one thing I pointed out in my review a few weeks ago is that the problem I had with the journalists. Oh my goodness. Where do we start on here, okay? I talked about all the great things I liked about this game. Mind you, I had played about 10 plus hours or more when I actually made that video talking about it, which means I had a general kind of gist of what the game is like. I got to play through a decent amount of the story, quite a few side missions, got to fight plenty of bosses, whatever it might be. I actually took the time to play the game and give a proper review. And now I could probably give like almost a complete review of the game because of how much I've done in it. Like, I've spent a crazy amount of time on that game. But one thing that I just did not like was all the unnecessary hate. Now, when I talked about this game journalist, well, I pointed out in his article that he quite literally only played up to where the demo ended. Like, come on, bro. He is a game journalist, a guy who gets paid to play and review video games, and he played a game that he gave a pretty negative review on only up to where the demo ends. You want to know how much of time that is in gameplay wise? Maybe max 3 hours. I doubt it should take that long. He only ended up to the point where you fight the boss in the first level, which is not very far into it. Yes, it's towards the end of the first level, but even if you're doing all the collectibles, which some of them are locked and you don't even get access to until later in the game anyways, the likelihood is it took him a few hours to get there. Just wow. You literally get paid to play video games and review them. Either one, you dislike the game because it has a lot of politics and a lot of stupid crap around it that it shouldn't. Or two, the only other thing I could think of is that you're so incredibly incompetent in doing your own job that you can't even play more than a few hours on a video game that you literally get paid to play and then review. Jeez, man, code queso. Now here's the thing. Why is the game getting hate? Well, let me just explain to you. The reason why it gets hate is because game journalists, they're scared of attractive women. Yeah. And when they see an attractive woman in a video game, they about crap their pants. Why? Because the game journalist women who work as game journalists know they can never be as attractive as the characters, and the dudes who work there don't even know how to talk to women. So when they see a very attractive woman in a game, well, they just review bomb it. That's such a horrible mean thing to say. I don't quite mean that. There has been this huge debacle recently about having attractive women in video games, and it's because most people who play video games, if they're going to be playing a character, they want to be playing a character who's attractive. And matter of fact, this doesn't just go for females. Like, dudes want to play buff dudes. But it's only one side complaining about the body expectations, because dudes know they can't be as buff as, you know, freaking Kratos. Dudes understand they can't be as ripped as some of these main characters in games. Like, most of us know we can't be Doom. We can try, but likelihood is that naturally you're not going to be able to achieve that. That's an unrealistic body expectation or standard. It's just not possible. The same thing goes for women. Men like attractive women in video games. That seems pretty straightforward. If they're gonna have to be looking at this character for the entire game, might as well have some sort of sexual appeal. I don't see what the problem with that is. And for some reason, when a woman creates an OnlyFans and spreads her all over the internet for all these men to give her money and to pay her to do these horrible degenerate things to herself, that is called empowerment. But if a woman decides she wants to get into a game studio and do motion capture and be the main character of a video game, that all of a sudden is like enforcing the patriarchy. Like, what? So, like, it's okay for a woman to do horrible, degenerate things on the internet because men pay her. But then if a company pays a woman to be sexually appealing in a video game and to play as the main character, that's a problem? So it gets all this unnecessary hate for having sexual aspects, which is ridiculous considering the people who talk about empowering do sexual things on all other platforms, and the only reason they're able to do that is because men pay them so they can see that material. But it's all of a sudden a problem if a man wants a video game character to look sexually appealing. But on the other side is also super cool. Like, Eve as a character is beyond cool. She's awesome. She has crazy physical capabilities. Her abilities are cool. Her personality is kind of lacking, but I mean, that might be the fact that it's because she sounds British. That's probably the problem. And so it gets all of this crappy, horrible hate from people who don't even play the game. And I could point out journalist after journalist. I was just lucky to find this journalist who was actually willing to tell me how much time they played. I was looking through other articles. Most of them sounded like they either never played the game, which likelihood is they probably didn't, or they played through a very small percentage of it and then lied about how much they actually played it, which is, like, again, really stupid. You get paid to play video games and then talk about it on the internet. Besides that, the game is good. Dealing with all that and just pushing it to the side, because at the end of the day, those people, they don't matter. The game's good. I've played it. I have continuously went out of my way to do everything I can in that game because I enjoy it. I like the collectibles. I like the open world discovery. I like the secrets that it hides. I like the rewards you get. I like the boss fights. I like the combat. I like the customization. There is so much in this game that I would have liked to see in other games similar to this. There's so many qualities and great things in this game that I think plenty of other games lack. Seeing this much effort put into this game made me appreciate it, and it is why I am still playing it to this day, and I am going out of my way to literally platinum it. I'm going to platinum the Gooner game. And yes, it is technically a Gooner game to a certain degree, but man, it's like games like this, when you look past just the Gooner part, you actually see a game that is fun. Like Nikke, like Shift Up, same company that made Stellar Blade. They present the game as a Gooner game to pull people in, and don't get me wrong, that is an aspect of the game. That's a part of it. But I feel bad for the people who only look at the game through that lens, because when you only look at it through that lens, you realize games like Nikke have some of the most fantastic and beautiful stories out of any mobile game ever created, it seems like. It is actually so good. And these journalists are so focused on being mad at Stellar Blade because it's performing well, because people want attractive characters. They don't want Concord characters. They want fun, attractive, and cool looking characters, men or women. Especially men. Code Queso for 10% off. Anyways, I am concluding this. Don't take their word for it. Take mine. Take my word on it. Anyways, play the game. It's amazing. It's a beautiful game. Go play it.